Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, the fourth ODI in IB Bank Crescent School and Cool Cup 2003. Pakistan lead the series 2-1. I am a fan of batting first. Sri Lanka, the three changes. Tisara Pereira, Dimut Karunaratne and Sikuge Prasanna are out. An interesting inclusion, the two youngsters Ashan Priyanjan and Kitruan Witanage, both making their ODI debuts. They'll probably bat at number 6 and 7. Suranga Lakmal does come back in. Pakistan, no changes though. No reason to change a dominant outfit. Merry Christmas, Danny. You're everywhere.
And so is the Christmas cheer. Fantastic. December 25th. I've got to say I was actually in Bangladesh too for Eid. So it's good to be everywhere. And it's good to see you, Russell. And good to see Junior Khan with a new ball in hand. Here we go. And straight away. Makes the batsman play. And it's so key with the new ball. Pereira, Dilshan out there. And I sit here, Russell, as a neutral. I said there prior to tee off today with Rameez and Waqar, want to see the boys in blue get up. We all want to see it. 2-2 with the decider here on Friday. And this guy to get going. Want to see Dilshan play like he did in his youth.
Well, they've all got going. They really haven't gone on to finish the job. It's big scores that's required. Just as the Pakistani batsmen have done throughout the three ODIs. They've taken it in turns and they've got 300s. And when that happens at the top of the order, it more often than not gives you a big score. The cushion for your fast bowlers or your spin bowlers to put the pressure on the opposition. There he is. Scored over 1,000 runs this year. An average of 38. Look at that strike rate. Off the mark with an hesitation though.
Yeah, slight hesitation. It was good commitment, good dive, but couldn't prevent two. And it is such a difference, Russell Arnold. One of your top three getting hundreds. There's the hesitation. Just wanted to make sure. Kushal Pereira, rightly so, because there's the dive. Good commitment, but the ball went away with the little palm around the post. So maybe saved an extra run. But big ground here. Mentioned at the pitch report there, good green outfield. And with this breeze the way it is, certain sides of the ground going to have to run probably a lot more on one side because it's blowing right across the ground here. As we look at it, right to left on your screen, it's coming across from the right, through that side there. Now, you're going to maybe have to run a lot more that side. This one's well struck. It's the first boundary to Sri Lanka.
Top shot. A back foot punch always gives the batsman confidence, and it's gone for 4-2. But what does that shot tell you? That this pitch is a good one at this stage. The ball coming onto the bat. High up on his toes, Kushal Janit Pereira, and hitting through the line. The pace of Junaid taking it square of the wicket.
6 off 4. Prompted a change in the field, so the other extra slip comes out. So leave one slip in. Man at catching, Misbah and Huck is going to go short on the drive at extra cover and stack that offside just a little bit more for protection on that offside. Pereira good at going through the offside, as we know. So's Dilshan.
Your big boundaries you were mentioning, Danny, look at third man. That's Umar Gul. And he's standing a fair way inside. Fine leg not as much. Maybe that's to do with the breeze. Umar Gul is on that side where you said it's going to slow down a bit. Well, he'll walk in and he'll be quite a distance from that fence. Six for no loss. Umar Gul it just does not feel like he's been out of the game at all. The way he came back in, picked up those two early wickets, and gave Sri Lanka no breathing space at all.
Yes, he got rid of the two left-handers, didn't he? Bowled beautifully. The right-handed Dilshan, though, on strike. There's a bit of shape, and there's a bit of a hammering from Dillers. Oh, stamp of authority, and lays down his intentions right from ball one.
A good start. That's the first ball he faced, Dilshan. He's thrown his hands at width. He's ended up going through it slightly early, pulling it towards mid-off. Normally you'd see that go through point.
Don't mind it though, Rasoli. Intentions seem to be positive. And this one's a little too straight. Look at the depth of this boundary. They'll get three easy. Ajmal and co had a lot of work to do just behind square leg.
That just kept going. Kept rolling and rolling. The Sri Lanka wouldn't complain. They'll take any runs the way they come. Now that's using the pace. So it's a good start. It's a good start from Sri Lanka. The idea too is not to look for too much, not to look at the big scores that were made in the first 3 ODIs. But the initial target should be to be competitive, to give the bowlers a chance. Now, if you aim at a score around 240, 250, you end up batting properly. Starts at the top, gives you that foundation.
It's the beauty of having a left-hand, right-hand combination. Left-hander on strike, and it would have been a good delivery to Dilshan. It's on the legs of Pereira, and he picks up another couple. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Russ. Don't get too far ahead of yourself, Sri Lanka. Just bat and bat sensibly, and balls like this will come along. And he's tucked that off nicely.
You end up making better decisions if you're not aiming too high. And in return, you will end up getting close to 300. So that should be Sri Lanka's ploy. So far, so good. Both batsmen looking to use gaps rather than hitting too hard.
Bit of width. And gone just like that. He got the width on offer, but hit it in the air. Straight to cover and gone.
Gully knows it. His reaction says it all, but he's got the knack of picking up wickets. Doesn't have to be a good ball, but always ends up having the measure of the batsman. Sitting up to be hit. Hits it straight to Misbah-ul Haq. So Pakistan strike. Pereira's gone for 8. Sri Lanka are 15 for 1.
One left-hander for another. Here's Sangers. Oh, I love him to bits and pieces. Kumar Sangakkara. The modern greats, and when he gets in and gets going, oh, unstoppable. 36 these days, and lovely average, strike rate. Well, he's just such a class act. He doesn't have to be one of these guys that smash it to all parts. He uses the pace, gaps the ball beautifully, and is Mr. Sensible at the top of the order at number 3. He is up against Umar Gul. Wants one, straight away. Dab and go, he's underway. Brilliant. Well, when your luck's out, is what Kushal Pereira will be thinking. Sat up, said, hit me please, and he hit it straight to Misbah.
And we were just saying that he's just playing the gaps. He's seen the loose ball, and he can't believe it. It's from Umar Gul. So he throws his hands at it. Very early on it.
Two slips, eager. Lovely spot. Just nip back off a length. So 2 overs done, 16 for 1. Bit of width. Opens the blade. Maybe not quite where he intended, Sangakkara, but he gets his first boundary.
And he's worked Umar Gul in the deep too. Intentionally played, you'd think.
I think I'm being harsh.
He does open the blade, looking to get it backward off point. He's got it really well, Kumar Sangakkara, and it's early in his innings. He's been in good form.
Lovely length. That's what we're talking about. Two bowlers, distinctively different styles, because one's left-handed, one's right-handed, obviously, but the other one swings the ball a bit more out. Naturally like that, does Umar Gul.
Yeah, I really do think there's an adjustment to be made. The pace at both ends is differing, and it's not to do with the bowler itself, because if that is the case, the batsman will pick it up easier. It's holding up in the breeze.
Bowling! He's left it as Dilshan. Can't believe it. I tell you what, the bowler does set it up beautifully. He bowled the outswinger previously. This one, he's come fractionally wider on the crease, and it's darted back off a new seam. Got the prize wicket of Dillard's.
Oh, beautifully bowled. This is what Umar Gul will do for you, jagging back off the seam. He hits the seam all the time. That's why it makes it so much tougher to play against the Pakistani bowling attack. They have someone who'll pick up wickets at the top. Dilshan also for 8. Sri Lanka 22 for 2.
Not quite the start Sri Lanka were looking for, having won the toss. They're Richie Bena's favourite score, 22 for 2. And here's Dinesh Chandimal, captain of the T20s, and he's got a lot of work to do now because both openers are gone, both out for 8. Even though the run rate is 6.6, too many wickets, too many really. Here's Gul. And there's a bit more jaggage, a bit more off-cut, off the seam.
There's the pressure on, because now these two batsmen have to consolidate. Jagged off the seam, top of off stump. It's no better sight for a fast bowler.
In the air, flashing blade from Sangakkara. Umar Gul couldn't get there. Yeah, and he's got to watch that knee, big fella. Be careful. You've just had it fixed.
He got a bad bounce down there, Umar Gul. He's walking a little strangely at this stage. But if you slash, do slash hard. And he even ends up bouncing. Giving himself an extra stretch now.
You don't like that. Yeah, and there's the grimace. I didn't like that in those couple of replays I saw. Going down on the knee. Umar Gul. That's the length that Junaid Khan's looking for. Back end of a length. Just that little bit of angle back in from outside off stump. Keep probing away. Making the most of the two new balls. Chandimal, 2 slips, a wait. Junaid Khan storming in.
Beautifully played off the pads. Look at that for timing. Just didn't think it'll run away like that.
She liked it. He loved it. Lovely bit of timing. He pitched on about leg and was coming with the angle across, but Dinesh Chandimal timed it so sweetly.
This is a positive for Chandimal because he did have an issue facing left-arm seamers.
Stylishly done through the offside. Such a good player to watch, Sangakkara, and then you add thousands of runs and a number of centuries, and he becomes such a powerhouse on his own. Sachin will obviously be missed all over the world. Recently retired. Sangakkara, age at 36, but still going strong. Gone, brilliantly done at short cover. What a catch. It's Misbah-ul-Haq, the captain, setting a great example. Is it Misbah or... yeah, it is Misbah-ul-Haq. Chandimal driving uppishly, even though he stroked it well, but it went in the air and Misbah-ul-Haq had his arm stretched and took a very fine catch.
Good field set by the captain, planting himself. Short cover. It's never an easy position. Look at that. One-handed. That ball was traveling very, very fast. Misbah-ul-Haq snatched it. Umar Gul again picking up early wickets. This is the third one in his account. And that's Chandimal gone for 5. It's 36 for 3.
Ashan Priyanjan is the new batsman for Sri Lanka, making his one-day international debut. 24 years of age, has been around for a long time, 68 listed A matches. That's nicely played, and it's a good feeling. You stroke the first ball and get off the mark. He can relax now at the non-strikers end, but Umar Gul striking big, 3 for 16. What a spell of bowling from him. Once again setting the tone for Pakistan with a splendid opening burst.
Well, this is not the pitch where you lose 3 wickets in a jiffy. It's a good bowling by Umar Gul, teasing length, not really giving any room, cramping the batsman, and followed up by good fielding.
Sangakkara now need to provide Sri Lanka with a bit of stability and calmness. Beautifully done through the offside. Well, he's showing his class here. Priyanjan has played a lovely cover drive. Everything so nice and calm and smooth about the execution.
Yeah, that was a bit like Jack Callis, isn't it? The foot landed at the right place. It was a little full, that last delivery, but what an excellent cover drive. Although there was a man there at short cover, smashed it. That will give him a lot of confidence, that last shot. Beautifully struck.
That drive reminded a bit of Mahela Jayawardene because, you know, not the entire cover drive sequence, but also the way he adjusted his helmet, stretching it from his grill. That smooth flow of the bat and watching it go through the offside and then adjusting his helmet. Head was nice and still. The foot was pointing towards the gap that he wanted to pierce. This time it's a cut shot, well defended at point. It's got to be Ahmed Shahzad.
Well, the ball was right in the zone. It was there to be driven. And somebody like him was debutant. Look at that balance. Beautiful balance. Just controlled stroke. Didn't try to overhit it.
Pull shot, had plenty of time to play that one through mid-wicket. So we've seen a classical drive, and now we've seen what he can do to a short balls. So that means he can be counted as a good product, as a good batting batsman, because bowlers, fast bowlers do try these 2 lengths, and on both occasions he was perfect.
It was a half tracker. It was a poor delivery, a rare poor delivery from Umar Gul. Short, but it's always good to put it away. And the youngster just got on top of that.
Cut shots, another boundary. Well, he's showcasing his talent, and he is certainly looking like a serious talent for Sri Lanka. 50 comes up for Sri Lanka after 10 overs, 50 for 3. Afridi is coming on to bowl, and that stiff breeze will help him to get the ball to come into the right-hander. 375 one-day international wickets, and he's been around for eternity. 7 for 12 is best. Easily tapping that one through the vacant point area for a run. Sangakkara will keep on rotating the strike and picking up those singles, because as we all know by now, and we've discussed it so many times, singles, even twos, are the cornerstone of your innings. They build the pressure and momentum. Pressure on the opposition and momentum for yourself. And so that is where he's impressive, Sangakkara. He'll do the basics well. Just keep on churning out performances based on good, intelligent common sense.
Well, the smart thing Sangakkara did after facing the first delivery of Shahid Afridi, tucking it away for single, just went straight to the youngster and told him how to bat against him. Make sure you clear the front leg. Don't put your pad in the line of the stumps. Shahid Afridi, if you have not faced him before, he can be a tricky customer, because he bowls that drifter, that in-dipper, which looks like that he might just turn, but he doesn't. Goes straight on hitting the stumps, especially to the right-hander.
Three men in the ring on the offside, long off and deep cover in place. Plays it with a straight bat. The other thing that is striking about Priyanjan is his confidence. Doesn't appear as if he's making his one-day international debut. No problems against Afridi. That has hit him on the pad. He was out of his crease and he will make it for a leg bye. After 11, 54 for 3.
Played it over the top, deliberately played it. Priyanjan just guided that one, although there was a slip there. Just played a rack shot for a 4. No chance for a third man to cut that.
Sangakkara just walked up to him after he almost edged it to the first slip fielder, just asking him to pick the right length, to pick the right delivery to hit a boundary or to attack, because Bhatti was bowling his first ball. Just quieten down a bit. I think that is what Sangakkara would be asking him to. That's more like it. Just get yourself settled into the role and get a partnership going. Now, there's a leg before shout from Shahid Afridi in the last over. Priyanjan was the striker. He was down the track. Would have gone on to hit the stumps. Had that been asked, would have made an interesting call. Even though he was out of his stumps, but that I think is not a consideration anymore. I think you've got to be 2.5 meters down the track to miss the call from the umpire. But if you caught in between 2.5 and less, then you can be given out leg before wicket. And Afridi there, after seeing the replay on the big screen, just admonishing himself quietly, why didn't he appeal?
Well, you don't expect that ball to sort of go on and hit the stumps. It's very, very difficult for the wicketkeeper to even judge that. Fair enough, you're looking at a big screen, and once you see all these 3 red marks and thinking, why didn't I take it? But in reality, I feel nobody was really interested. Nobody was looking to take that review. Talking of Bilawal, pace excites me for sure. Although he's short, he's not the tallest. He's only 5'8", 5'9". He's not the tallest around, but he's a nippy bowler. He can bowl good pace. He's still very, very young, only 22. He'll probably learn a lot as he carry on playing for Pakistan, or keep himself with the team.
There's protection there, but that fielder at square leg cannot do a thing about that lovely flick from Sangakkara. He's looking good, solid and entertaining. 21 now from 24 balls. That was his third boundary.
That left hand and a right hand combination is not going to help Bilawal. That would have been a nice delivery to a right-hander, but a poor delivery. An easy picking there for the left-hander, Kumara Sangakkara. 2 pen on in the deep. Split the two nicely. Misbah was very frustrated the other day. I hope he stays calm this time around.
That's worked away this time through the offside. So runs coming on the leg side and the offside as well. 64 for 3.
Ranja on debut. Exciting. Haven't seen anything of the right-hander. 23 from 26. 4 boundaries, and Sangha has 3 boundaries for his 27 up against Boom Boom. Afridi. So a little bit of cat and mouse in these next overs. You look at overs sort of, 14, 15 through to 25 to 30. Going to be very interesting to see where this develops. Akil Samar.
Eluding that fielder, they will come back for the second and a chance to come back for the third. Sohaib Maqsood has got a lot of ground to cover. Good running in the end. Yes, the run rate is not bad, just a shade under 5 runs in an over. They lost 3 wickets in quick successions in the earlier part of the innings. Done well, cleanly picked, just inside the boundary rope there. Hi Johnny, hope your Christmas is going good.
Well, it is, because I'm with you.
Really?
So 5 off the 15th, 75 for 3. Well, it's going okay at the stage. Almost 5s, been hovering around. They were going at 7, 8s. And then both openers and Chandamal have gone. Short. And, there is protection. Another run to Sangakkara and the total.
Sri Lanka also need those batsmen who can toe the line to what Pakistani batsmen did in the first 3 ODIs. And this is what they're exactly doing, rotating the strike. It's been a little skittish, Priyanjan playing in his first ODI. And once again, eluding that fielder, placed in the gully area. 4 runs. You cannot stop Priyanjan.
Priyanjan, you little beauty. More glove love. And a fist punch after this one. Lovely late dab. Wasn't super wide from Afridi, but he's not a big man. Built close to the ground and got low and dabbed it behind gully region. Very nice. And then gets the strike back to the senior pro. Cool, there's a play to miss from Sangakkara.
Yes, this wind which is blowing across Abu Dhabi must be reminding you the wind of Wellington or Christchurch, isn't it?
Not quite the same, you're right. It's a mild little zephyr for windy Wellington. Right up there with Chicago and Port Elizabeth, I'm told. 3 windiest cities on planet Earth. So Wellington, oh yes. Wellington on a windy, cold day, playing cricket. Oh, it's a tough gig. Nice stuff from Sangakkara. Little pick up, little punch, and he'll get 2.
They have to notch all these doubles and 3s available there in the field. Kumar Sangakkara is heavily relying on his partner as far as running is concerned. And they have been running well. We have seen one time when they ran for 3 runs, quite a few doubles, some singles being notched. So that is the way to go for Sri Lanka after losing 3 early men.
Right arm round to Sangakkara. On there, and he's saying hustling for 2, but they won't get it. So Ajmal replaces Afridi, is what Captain Misbah wants. Totally different styles, the right arm spinners, but in control and happy to do so. Pakistan lost the toss, if you've just tuned in, and Angelo Matthews said we'll have a bat first this time. He's been bowling first and won the toss, but different story here in Abu Dhabi. So the right-hander on strike, Ranjan, who's on 30.
Lovely bowling,
First look at Ajmal up close and personal.
And there's the challenge straight away for the debutant to face Saeed Ajmal, the off-spinner. He's been playing well, Shahid Afridi, maybe as a seamer. And played in the air, but safely. He's been playing so late that it is bringing some wonders for the young man. Another boundary. His 6th one so far.
Well, he's catching up to Kumar Sangakkara. Fancies this. I think he's got a scissors contract to be cutting everything to pieces. Oh, the turn. It's right off stump. No wonder the bowler and the keeper. Cries of anguish. Can't believe it. Saeed Ajmal.
Because he's the one who will get frustrated, but he hasn't got frustrated on this. A little bit of room there for him, and he smashed it through cover. Although that point fielder was there, which was a lot squarer coming round the wicket, that was a poor delivery. That's too much of a room to a batsman to hit it away. Boundary given away.
Again, not intimidated. He's pitching in line with the stumps, going on with the arm. But Priyanjan quick to get onto the back foot. He's very quick on his feet. Follows it up with another single. This is very good from Priyanjan.
That's a very sensible cricket played by a youngster. Straight away, the senior partner, Kumar Sangakkara, giving him thumbs up, saying well done.
Now the over ends up being a good one. 7 off it. At the end of 23, it's 107 for 3. Yes, he's got the call from the square leg umpire. Illingworth quickly looking at his partner and got the call. That's a no ball on height, so it will not be a free hit.
Well, he reacted very, very quickly, Priyanjan, because that could have easily hit right on his hand and would have easily jammed his finger next to the handle, could have really damaged him. Straight away, the umpire's taking his right arm out and saying, that's not on.
He's had a go now. He did not read the play. Sangakkara's coming down the track. Now a free hit is on offer, only for a foot fault. And looking at that shot, Priyanjan was thinking it was a free hit. He's getting a earful.
Well, don't know about that, but the shot was definitely on, but he was just a little late on it.
You sure?
He should have just looked at the umpire. If he's just he didn't really wave his arm saying that it's a free hit.
Must have nicked something. Because umpire Izan Raza hasn't gone upstairs and signaled it wide.
Yes, he's definitely clipped something. Maybe just a pad. Not easy to pick. Whoop. Misbah is having a horrible time out there. This is not the first time ball gone through his legs. He's picked up a very nice catch earlier, but given away 2 singles, like easy singles. Watch that. That's not very nice, especially from the captain. Ranjan is looking for that single to get to his 50.
And he gets it. After opting to go quicker. Well played, young man. Just 24 years old, Ashan Priyanjan on debut. Walked in when Sri Lanka were under pressure, but he's shown no nerves. He's shown a lot of class, a lot of quality, and a lot of skill. Great temperament.
That's not a bad strike rate, especially after losing 3 wickets. Priyanjan coming in, strike rate of 74.6, 7 boundaries. Lovely knock, but the job is not finished yet. It's only half done. End of the 28th, 1, 2, 3 for 3.
Sangakkara too follows. He's on to 50. 83rd 54 Kumar Sangakkara, 123 for 3.
And this partnership is based on a lot of good cricketing sense, because the debutant has batted like that cool person that's been drawn on the page. Played with cool mind. I'm sure Sangakkara would have helped him along in making sure that this partnership grows for Sri Lanka, because this could be the turning point in Sri Lanka's innings, this partnership. Expect Sri Lanka to get a good sizable total on the board and then challenge Pakistan's ability to chase it down. Chance of a run out. Sangakkara surely gone. I think his history. Sangakkara is not even waiting for the umpire's call. He knows that he's dead. Gone. Dead and buried. Big miscommunication. The things were going so smoothly and Sangakkara was left high and dry. Anwar Ali was the fielder who got to the ball, and well, all his hard work that he was putting in has come to an end because of this unfortunate run out.
This is the last thing Sri Lanka would have thought at this stage. Anwar Ali spot on, realised that he had to throw it towards the non-striker end. Mohammad Hafiz completed the damage, and why not? The substitute is absolutely delighted. Kumar Sangakkara departs after a fighting innings of 51, 1-5 for Sri Lanka.
Angelo Matthews is limbering up to the task. He's at the non-striker's end. We had an unfortunate run out, that's why Matthews is in. Sangakkara, who played really well for his 51, was run out because Anwar Ali was very, very good at point. It's nicely managed for a run. Only time will tell how this run out will impact Priyanjana's efforts. He's batted brilliantly on 52 on debut, 126 for 4. Well, just about a minute back, things were working well for Sri Lanka. Sangakkara has run out, and that has meant extra bit of pressure on Priyanjana. Misfielded at point. The striker, Priyanjana, comes back for 2. Now, I think Sangakkara was right in waiting for that ball to get past Anwar Ali. There he was. He saw it was a fantastic effort. He was ball watching. His partner was off and across. Brilliantly done. One-handed pickup, and he had the presence of mind to throw at the right end also, because you know you lose your bearings just a little bit when you've died full length. You don't know which way to go. That's Apish, and beautifully dealt with. Wristy, magnificent strike. He's a good prospect, he's a good talent. What a knock he's playing. Shahid Afridi can bamboozle the best in the business, but he's had no effect on this newcomer. Lovely piece of timing and wristy shot. Just opening his front pad and making room to whip it past mid-wicket.
And the good thing about Priyanjan batting has been that he knows exactly where the line lies. This is a run out.
Yeah, you see, it was a brilliant piece of fielding, and Sangakkara was right in making sure that the ball got past the fielder. I think his partner, his runner, would have been blinded because he was looking at Sangakkara and just rushed to the striker zone without, I think, letting his partner know. That's gone, dismissed, on the bounce, over the rope. Another boundary. Shahid Afridi just a touch on the shorter side, and Priyanjana has muscled him over mid-wicket.
It was way too short. Priyanjan taken that as a gift, although that he played it into the breeze, but still got 4 runs and just a fraction short. Otherwise, it would have been a maximum. Umpires are just rechecking it. 2 boundaries already of this over, 10 runs given.
Priyanjana now becomes the highest run scorer for a Sri Lankan on one-day international debut. 136 for 4. It's imperative, and it's one of the cardinal principles in running between the wickets, that you wait for the ball to get past the fielder. Now Sangakkara was off, he was out of his crease, and I think that gave the hint to his runner that he's probably looking for a run. Mid-wicket, can only go and fetch the ball. Now he's playing a blinder here. The strike rate is magnificent from the debutant, and he's been on song, on the move. What a knock on one-day international debut. You've got to like his energy and attitude and aggression. He'll get runs. I think he was looking for that big booming drive through the offside outside edge, and he makes it, I think. Slided, skidded, got through home. 143 for 4. Well, Pakistan have been quite amazing in the field. They've taken some great catches. We saw Anwar Ali initiating a run out, but early on in the series, this is what he did as a super sub. Acrobatic, diving, holding on to that catch at short cover, and this is today. Came in briefly for a fleeting moment, and look at the damage that he's done. Fabulously done. Just goes on to show that the spirit is good in the Pakistani camp. If the 12th man is working like that, then you know that the guys are sitting on the bench, concentrating on the game, not worried about being picked in the playing 11. At times you feel dismayed, dejected, not being played in the 11. But Anwar Ali has got no such issues whatsoever, and his fielding demonstrations do imply the fact that he's a team player. Look at him go full leg dive. He got a good bounce as well, but then had the presence of mind to throw the ball at the right, and Sangakkara was struggling and he was gone. Didn't wait for the umpire's signal. Just walked off straight away after he knew that he was in big trouble.
Once again, some edgy stuff there by Pakistani fielders. We have seen some runs being hemorrhaged within that ring. At least 4 to 5 runs have been given away, and that will let this partnership to develop. Once again, they have came back for those runs.
He would have been embarrassed. Yeah, he's looking at the turf. Then Shahid Afridi recovered and almost made it tough for the runner. It was a flat on the turn throw from him. Slow bouncer from Umar Gul. That's over the infield. That's not a very risky shot, because even though he didn't middle the ball, but he knew that there was no one catching the ball in that area. So safely done by Priyanjana. Now batting to come. There's Vithanage, then Kulusekara Senanaike. Vithanage is making his one-day international debut, but we know a bit about Kulusekara and Senanaike and their prowess with the bat. So Sri Lanka very much on target. if they play well from here till the end, for a 280 total.
Mohammad Hafiz, who started there with his usual asphyxiating rhythm, is now leaking some runs. Only a wicket in form of that run out, and 31 runs in last 35 deliveries, with a run rate of just a shade and a fight of 5 runs in an over. A single there to end the over after 33. Sri Lanka 153 for 4.
They need this power play to go safely. I don't think they'll be looking to blast the Pakistani attack. They'll probably look to milk it, look to take singles. That's a poor delivery to start off. This will go for 5. That's wide. That's 1 run of a wide and 4 buys. So there's 5 wide taken. No ball delivery. That's poor. That is a very, very poor delivery. Bad start from Junaid. Bowled extremely well to begin with. First 5 overs was just right on money, but this one lost the target completely.
Matthews, he's faced 15 for his 11. Junaid Khan again a little bit too straight. Hustling for 2, it's not there. Run rate, 4.7. 6 and over from here gets Sri Lanka easily over 250. If these two can keep trucking, put on 40 and 38, then keep trucking on, then well, they'll be looking more at that 275, provided they don't lose wickets. You never know. Priyanjan, well, he's got 3/4 of the way to a century on debut, remember folks. Can he get 3 figures for his country? Another one that's heading down the leg side, so he's been a little bit straight and leg side-ish already at the start of a new spell, Junaid Khan.
Maybe reversing a little bit. That one just darted into the right hand, nipped back a little bit, not much. Clearly going to go on and miss the stumps. But he's going to start from outside the off stump, if anything, coming in.
Knocked him over. Just like that, he got a little too cheeky on 74. Just saying, could he get 3 figures for his country on debut? He's out of here after the drinks break.
Well, this power play can not only damage the bowling lineup, but they can damage the batting lineup. Watch that for a shot. Why would you do that? That's a big question. It was a good delivery, length delivery, hitting the off stump, and Priyanjan made a big mess of it, completely missing it and getting bowled by Junaid. The 74 is 165 for 5.
Disappointing for Sri Lanka, because losing one of their debutantes who's got 74 because they had a cheeky shot. Here's Nawan Kulasekara, who's coming at number 7 in the order. No, he can play a bit. Saw that innings of 73 at the Gabba against Australia nearly 2 years ago. He gets a full one to start with. Yeah, I don't know about you, Waka. Crazy for the young fella. Priyanjan, it's only the start of the batting play. It's only just started. It's the first over of the batting power play.
And there was no need of that. All they needed to just go through this power play without losing wicket. And that was a poor stroke. He knows that, head went down very, very quickly. And Pakistanis knows the importance of this wicket.
He's off the mark straight away, Kulasekara. Big partnership.
Bas Anwar.
right here, right now. So important for the boys in blue.
Saeed bhai.
Cries of wait, but the captain knew Matthews doesn't quite get there. But he'll pick up comfortable 3. Score to 170 now.
You can't afford to bowl anything loose to Angelo Matthews. This was way too short, although it was in the line of the stumps, but Angelo Matthews just moved away and punched it through the cover. Good fielding there by Shajil.
Very well bowled, Saeed bhai.
They don't need to take any risk at the moment, Sri Lanka. Just look to push for a single.
Well, it just goes to show how much pressure that's now going to put on Kulasekara, having to come out at the start of the batting power play, because now with the enforced power play with so many more men inside the ring, it can strangle the batting side. It's having that effect, and he's out of here just like that. Yeah, the pressure was mounting for Kulasekara. It's the 6th one down now.
A nothing shot by Kulasekara. Not really sure that if he was looking to block that one or he was looking for run. At the end, it was a half-cock shot, half-hearted sort of push. And easy pickings there. He's checked his stroke, stopped the bat. And Ajmal is not going to miss on these. He has taken more than 100 wickets this season in a calendar year. And he's got another one. Kulasekara gone for 1. It's 170 for 6, Sri Lanka.
Mr. K. Ratange is out of the middle. Tanage is on debut. He's played 2 test matches, but this is his debut in one-day international cricket. And he's there because Kulasekara didn't last long at all.
He should have rather just played a full-bladed shot, because this was nothing stroke. I can't really explain you, because this is not a block or a push. I mean, it was just a false shot. Check the stroke at the last second. He could have easily gone with the stroke and maybe fetched a couple of runs over the top, but given the opportunity to Saeed Ajmal to pick up a wicket, and he's going to grab it normally with 2 hands, but this time around with 1.
Can't. It's not a good delivery. Started the spell with a wide down the leg side for 4 wides. This is in the same area.
It's very tough to understand Junaid sometime, because he's brought the point fielder from the boundary into the circle, and look what he did. He bowled on the leg stump. You're giving the runs away. They're not taking it, you're giving it away. And they will take it. They need runs, Sri Lanka. Poor delivery. Now he's pushing the point fielder back on the boundary, which is left of your picture, right on the boundary circle.
Beautiful stroke. Where did that come from? Holy guacamole. Here's a maximum to be proud of. Captain gives himself room and smokes it massive.
That's very intelligent cricket by Angelo Matthews. Saw the point fielder going on the boundary. He knew that Junaid is going to keep it outside the off stump. So he's given himself a little bit extra room to free his arm, to go through the length of the ball, and clubbed it beautifully. As simple as it gets. You can't hit better than that. That is a beauty.
So sweet. With a lovely sound off the willow. And good, sensible stuff. Solid in behind. He's already got 10 off the over. No need to go crazy. Well, he can't in this situation. 6 down. And there's 12 more overs after this one. There's 26 from 23, hit a maximum, first one of the match, and one boundary, Angelo Matthews. Long on his back there. Can't get the strike back. 180 for 6. Here's the professor, Mohammad Hafiz. Gone for 4 and over. Gives it some air, and that's what he can afford to do. Take pace off it, get that flight and guile happening, because he knows that Matthews will have to have a little look-see. Just watch and be careful now that the tail are in with him. Should be a wide, and is.
It's not easy to keep bowling that leg side line. Reverse sweep and will take 4. That was hit powerfully by Angelo Matthews. With the fielders in the circle on the offside, there's always a 4.
I was saying to Misbah al-Haq, I've been watching you, Misbah. I'll have a crack at it too. Sri Lankan skipper showing that he's pretty adept at this as well. Fine stroke. Won't please Mohammad Hafiz. Hates being scored off. Loves to cover all the gaps and make sure everyone's on their toes and watching when he's bowling. Run miser. Just drag this down. That'll be a wide. He's got sucked in there. He's not happy. Look at Mohammad Hafiz. If he's not complaining at the fielders or himself, it's probably the umpires.
Never happy, eh? Never happy. That was clearly wide. It's lucky that Umar Akmal grabbed it. Gentle push.
Bit of a heave for Tanagay. He's got a boundary on debut. 200 up as well for Sri Lanka. Brings a smile to his face for 6 now. Ajmal to continue, who's never bowled a no ball. 50 over cricket. And Wakar's disappeared out of the box. I can just tell you, the scorers have come to my rescue. 4,586 balls I bowled. I bowled 39 front foot no balls. And that includes a bit of height as well. Did like the odd bouncer. Ramiz will remember those. Ramiz Raja and Russell Arnold.
Yes, Danny, even though he sounds very pleasant over the mic, was a nasty individual. Extremely nasty and rude.
Last ball of last over. Slog sweep. I love that shot. Matthews together with the debutant Kitruan Vitanage. 203 for 6.
Hafiz 8 overs, none for 39. He's on again. That's put away for a run at least, away towards the leg side. Now, in normal circumstances, captains will be very hesitant using spinners in the last part of the innings, but Pakistan are very different. You would invariably see Hafiz, Ajmal coming into bowl in or after the 40th over. And that's the usual pattern. And, they seldom disappoint Misbah al-Haq because they're very, very smart bowlers. And he changes his varies his pace also, Hafiz. He comes around the wicket to the left-handers, even to the right-handers, but you see him at times now going flat, flighting the ball also. We see, we've talked about his efficacy with the new ball, but he's not bad with the old ball also, especially in crunch moments. You can clearly bank on him. That's dropped. I think that's gone straight to the hands and then dropped. Even though Hafiz appreciates Bilawal Bhatti's effort. Now that has to be recorded for posterity. Hafiz not mad at one of his fielders.
He's hit it hard though. And Misbah also went to spin from both ends because he realized the fast bowlers were coming onto the bat better. Junaid Khan.
Reverse sweep again. Bhatti this time was all over it, and that's gone and hit the fence. Trying to upset Hafiz's bowling, and well, he's got 3 men in the ring in that supposedly point area, but the batsman made it into a square leg region by turning his stance around. So a very good improvisation.
In the last over he went to mid-wicket. Hafiz has a deep mid-wicket now, and even though he was dropped a couple of balls ago, he's not bailing out Kitruan. He gets the top edge for 4, but when he got the middle of the bat, he hit it into the bread basket of the fielder. That's how this game works.
Big shot. Will it go across? No, it didn't have the kind of timing to beat the man at long on. So 2 runs taken. 7 from Hafiz is over. 210 for 6.
Massive 6 overs remain. Pakistan at certain times have been very tight. They've been able to exert pressure in good batting conditions. That stays low. Well, Matthews caught on the back foot, there's no doubt about that. But the question he's asking Vitanage is, did it pitch outside leg stump? He's got the review. He's taking a chance, Angelo Matthews. I think it's a good decision.
Even if Sri Lanka don't get a favourable response, but I think it's a worthwhile chance that they've taken because Matthews is batting so well. Leg before wicket to Ajmal is the verdict. He's on 38 now. Will this be turned down, or will it mean end of Matthews' innings? Now, he's never bowled a no ball, and so the case stays the same on this one.
But that foot is always a teaser, isn't it? When you're watching it, it goes out there and pulls itself back in. Well, to me, I think Matthews is a goner because it's pitching around middle stump and he's got it to turn, actually straighten down the line. Doesn't get any easier than this for an umpire. Look at the height as well.
The decision stays with the umpire. Now, where did it pitch? That's the other one. Did it pitch? Oh, yeah. In the middle of that line, and yes, always was going to hit the stump. So the batsman was hoping against hope that he could get something from a replay to get him off, but no, Essen was, I think he's read it really well. Yeah, simple one in the end. Given out, and Matthews is gone for 38. Yet another victim for Saeed Ajmal.
No kisses for you, Rameez. Right in the middle of middle stump. Matthews gone for 38. Sri Lanka now in trouble. 210 for 7.
He's got his work cut out, even though the strike rate in his career is a good one, 118, but situation demands of him to be just a little bit stable before hitting those big shots. Oh, gone! Wow, wow, wow. Saeed Ajmal has bowled a beauty. What an angle he has created, and Sananaike can only walk back mesmerized, because this really was a quality delivery. It had enough bite and flight and spin to pitch within the stumps from around the wicket angle and hit the stumps. Now this really is a fabulous delivery. Have a look at it, folks.
So good to watch. It was tossed up in the air at a good speed, dipped on the batsman, turn and bounce for the off spinner. Well, he's done the opposing off spinner off the first ball he faced. Sri Lanka 210 for 8.
Well, the crescendo is building up because Saeed Ajmal is on a hat-trick. And well, it's been 10 years since Pakistani picked up a hat-trick. It was Mohammad Sami. Slip and a gully. Oh, he beats him outside the off stump, and it came very close of picking up 3 off 3. Tried the straighter one, went flat. Yeah, the dusra.
But why? He picked up the 2 wickets by getting them to turn.
हाय ओके
2 wickets. This was Saeed Ajmal, the ball keeping low, hitting him flush in front of the stumps, and then this beautiful delivery to dismiss Sananaike. Just a minor gap between bat and pad, and it was made good use by Saeed Ajmal. The straighter one not entirely read by Lakmal.
फुल सीरियस है भाई
Things getting just a bit tough now for Sri Lanka. 8 down for 210 after over number 45. Priyanjan on he got 74 from 93. Sangakkara played well before he got run out, and I think that while we were discussing that partnership could be the turning point in Sri Lanka's innings after they were 3 down in no time. I think that run out also did hit Sri Lanka quite badly, run out of Sangakkara, because it seems they've not been able to recover from that damage. And Priyanjan, even though he batted really well, but you can't expect a debutant to really collar the opposition and play a lone hand in Sri Lanka's recovery, because whatever he achieved was pretty impressive.
Well, he was outstanding. Under pressure, scored great skill, didn't show any nerves at all. But yet, the turning point for me, Ramesh, was when he got out in the first over of the batting power play. Angelo Matthews had already picked off a boundary. And all he needed to do was to be smart at that level, at that stage. And it was this man, Junaid Khan, who got the wicket at that stage too. But the shot he played was so irresponsible. Yes, he's played well, he's new. But from then on, he left Angelo Matthews too much to do from there. And Sri Lanka have been losing wickets. That was the opening the Pakistanis did need as well.
I think that just the genie of the power play, I think, got better of him. Because Sri Lanka took that batting power play, he translated that event as a possibility for him to improvise and get some quick runs. And how many times we've seen teams to nosedive and lose the ball in the last batting power play. It happens to most of them. So I think Pakistan so far have played that part very diligently and intelligently in this series, because they've kept it nice and tight in that batting power play and then just loaded up all bases and fired away in the last 10 after the batting power play.
They haven't been in situations where they needed a lot of runs. They've always gone for 25, 30, but made sure the platform was always there. Now, Priyanjan also had another moment when he got a full toss which is above waist height and charged the next delivery. The ball missed the stumps by a whisker. In his mind, again, it was a free hit, but it was not. A free hit is for a no ball, for a foot fault. So he's had a couple of moments in this game.
With wickets going down, I think Sri Lanka now missing out on good link deliveries. That in normal circumstances, if teams or if Sri Lanka had wickets in the tank, would have been put away for runs. But because they've lost their way and lost 8 wickets, you can feel that they are under the cosh and missing out on good scoring opportunities.
That's the game. The game is all about wickets in Pakistan. Good enough to pick up wickets. Now here's a stat on Junaid Khan. He's playing his 41st ODI game. He's picked up 69 wickets. Only 2 Pakistani bowlers have picked up more after 41 games. That's Saqlain Mushtaq 78 and Waqar 74. 211 for 8.
At one stage, 8 and over would have given Sri Lanka around 270, 280. That 8 and over has come down to just 243.
The
carry on at the current rate, will give them 229, a target that Pakistan will take with both hands. Just good enough, Saeed Ajmal. I think there was an outside edge. Saeed Ajmal not reacting violently. Let's try to hear a woody sound. No, nothing. No sound of the bat hitting the ball.
He was done in flight. Now there's no deep mid-wicket. That's why Vitanage is once again pulling out the slog sweep. But now square leg comes towards deep mid-wicket.
There's the reverse. There she goes. Hits the fence. That's the second time he's produced this shot, and with good effect.
Got away with one. Then he's got a couple of boundaries with Anage. He's played a couple of test matches before. He has a half century to his name. But his first ODI, and in tight circumstances against quality bowlers, he's showing he's got the guts.
Firing it in, I think in frustration more than anything else, Saeed Ajmal. Applauding the effort of the keeper, because it was a toughie for Umar Akmal. He had to really push himself hard away towards the leg side to block it. A rare misfire from Saeed Ajmal.
We had an eventful last over from Saeed Ajmal. Was on a hat-trick, and have a look at the three balls. That was Angelo Matthews' dismissal, then Sachitra Senanayaka's, and the hat-trick ball which was survived by Lakmal, all on a similar line. Brilliant from Ajmal.
Yeah, it becomes so difficult to pick when the ball is spinning. Now that one kept low. Matthews playing on the back foot, and this really was a great delivery. Wonderful piece of off-spinning bowling. That ball dipped, turned, hit the middle stump. And then from the same angle, he can produce the dusra.
Good call from Vitanage. He's the man who needs to be on strike. These are the wickets once again. Matthews trying to work him off the back foot. This is the best. Look at the flight, the dip. Brilliant. Senanayaka doesn't know what's hit him or what's gone past him.
Umar Gul has got no chance whatsoever. Quicker from Saeed Ajmal, bowled at 91.6 kph. That's the second time he's bowled it around that leg stump line. And have a look at the sweep shot. It was a free hit because the bat came down hard on the line of the ball. And even though there was an inside edge, but the swing, that was a strong swing, helped that ball to go across very quickly.
He's changed his grip slightly because short fine leg and square leg were in the circle. He was trying to hit the top of it, but got that bottom edge.
This probably is grassed, but still doesn't react much. 222 for 8. Oh, they pinch a single. They pinch a run, yes. Not good enough from Pakistan in the field. Misbah looks just a little bit frustrated with the result, because this shouldn't have been a single. Junaid Khan, they're stopping the ball, and I think it was Misbah himself.
Who can he have a go at? It was himself.
He's looked just a little bit more animated in the last part of the innings, Misbah. Like, not for the first time we've seen him signalling to the fielders. Oh, how did that miss that off stump? Junaid Khan came about an inch close to pick up a wicket. He's already picked up one for 40. Have a look at this one. How did it miss? Came back and almost got rid of the batsman.
It's a tough option for the left-hander because Junaid Khan, this stage of the game, generally would get that ball to reverse into the left-hander. Now Kitru Anvitanage doesn't have anyone in the deep on the offside. Goes onside. Will come back for 2. That's with the swing into the left-hander.
Misbah Haq early in the piece took a fantastic catch, diving full length. And then he's made some basic mistakes. At the end of the day, he's only human and progressing in age.
Well, he's got to get lower for the mistakes he made. The catch was probably at knee height, a little bit more comfortable for him.
Doesn't get anything out of that big slog. Sri Lanka clearly in need of some big shots there. They need to finish well, with a bang, with a bit of flourish. Pitching the ball up and then half stopping it, doing a good enough job because it can become difficult for a bowler to go sideways or stop a blistering drive in his follow-through. Junaid Khan did really well. That's gone up in the air. Will this be taken or missed the fielder? He's getting underneath that one. It's a good catch. Shoaib Maqsood lined himself up for that skyer from the left-hander and took a good catch. Didn't look hurried, didn't look to be panic-stricken by that shot. Took it nicely, took it comfortably. So another wicket goes down. 225 for 9 Sri Lanka.
Slower ball. Kitru Anvitanage giving it a good whack. Unfortunately for him, he finds a good fielder who knew exactly where the boundary line was. In any other ground, probably even Sharjah, that might have been 6. He's played well though. 27 to him. Sri Lanka 9 for 225.
It's been quite a remarkable slump for Sri Lanka from being 165 for 4. And they're down now to 225 for 9. Last man is in, Lasith Malinga. Blocks well. Ajmal 3 for 39, 9.1. This was that catch taken at the mid-wicket boundary by Shoaib Maqsood. Not a difficult one, but he was next to the skirting, to the rope. And he steadied himself, knew exactly where he was in relation to the rope, and then took the catch. Variation from Junaid Khan. His best, his fastest 141, slowest 117.
It was a slow one that got the wicket off Vitanage. And anyway, catches are never easy, Ramesh. We've seen easier ones go down. And many of them, even in the last game, by this man.
You give him 100 out of 100 for trying to hit that big shot, but execution part, you give him nothing. 3 overs, none for 15 in his first one. Second one, outstanding when the pressure was on. Who can you call on? Saeed Ajmal. Well, they've gone for the appeal and given by the umpire. So easily done by Saeed Ajmal. The show is over for Sri Lanka with the bat. They'd be disappointed. 225 all out. And not done justice to 50 overs. They're bowled out after playing 48.5. Saeed Ajmal was the pick of the bowlers. 4 for 39. And so Sri Lanka now will have to bat out of their skins to limit Pakistan. Good catch by Umar Akmal. Never easy to keep wickets to Saeed Ajmal. Well, he's taken off.
He's woken up.
Yeah, absolutely. Killing the cold by jumping up in the air, warming up to Pakistan's knock now. So Lasith Malinga, the last man, dismissed for not. And Sri Lanka bowled out for 225. Pakistan once again showing their class with the ball.
They did the basics well. And Sri Lanka had those partnerships going It was all about bowling dot balls and forcing Sri Lanka to take chances. And then the wickets started coming. Sri Lanka only themselves to blame. Sangakkara and Priyanjan put on a good partnership, but Sangakkara's run out turned the tide. Priyanjan probably will look back at the shot he played after batting so well on his debut. And I would say that was the turning point. Matthews tried hard, but was left with too much to do. Sri Lanka disappointing in the end, 225.
Well, world cricket rightly raves about Pakistan's bowling and quality. You see at the performance and the variation that they've got up this sleeve. There's left-arm pace of Junaid Khan, 2 for 42. There's quality and experience of Umar Gul, 3 for 37. And then there is Saeed Ajmal, 4 for 39. Hafiz, none for 46. Afridi was wicketless as well. But Pakistan would be pretty cool about their bowling. 225 all out Sri Lanka, and so Pakistan need 226 to win at just a touch over 4.5 runs per over.
We're about to get underway with the second innings. Pakistan in pursuit of 226 from their 50 overs, so fractionally over 4.5. Here we go then. There's that swing movement. And Shajil is underway straight away, just slides off an open blade. Shajil and Shahzad opening up for Pakistan, both quite explosive. Shajil Khan, he got that 61 from 61 in Sharjah, looked the goods. So just starting his career as well. And at the other end, Ahmed Shahzad. In Dubai, the non-striker. He scored very quickly when he got on the groove. He started off slowly there, he and Mohammad Hafiz. That strike rate, he'd like to get that up a little bit. More of a striker than that, but early days for him as well. And Nuwan Kulasekara, he's been around a while, just 31 these days. Likes bowling the left-handers because he gets the ball to swing across the face of the outside edge to the lefties. Another couple of runs, so massive job early on for Sri Lanka if they're going to get back into this contest, Russell.
It's all about the new ball. Because you look at where Pakistan did do really well was that they did strike with the new ball. In the third ODI, as well as even here in good batting conditions, Umar Gul was able to pick up wickets. Not one, you need a couple, maybe 3. That's the opportunity that a bowling team will look for. Just to bring about a few nerves, cause some doubts in the batting camp, those seated in the dugout.
Yeah, 2 for 22 and then 3 for 36, Sri Lanka. And Chandamal got out. Top had gone. And put a massive amount of pressure on Sangakkara and the rest of the guys to come. And Priyanjan on debut got 74, so they got out a bit of a hole, and it was a shame when he got out because he got out a really bad time at the start of the batting power play.
Or rather, he got himself out.
Yeah, nice. Felt sorry for him. I just said at the time too, think on here, said, Priyanjan, get to 100. 74 he got. Did all the hard work. Needed him to go on. Couldn't do it. Got himself out of a bad time. First over done and dusted, 4 without loss.
Umar Akmal, who's also playing in this game. But it's all about giving yourself a chance, an opportunity. Dilhara Fernando with 2 for 47 created a lot of havoc with his pace. Misbah-ul Haq and Umar Akmal, a partnership there. But it felt very tight towards the end.
Yes, remember that game well. We were here, you and I. It's the strike. He gets off the mark, the Shazad. So just a single from the second, 5 for none. Lovely stroke, just a little check punch, and look at it run away. And it's 4, just like that. Kushal Pereira tried to track it down, but came second.
Shazad, so good to watch. That's not a half volley. He's hit it on the up. It's always in a good position. So still, hits through the line, Ahmed Shazad. Now that's how good the Pakistani batting has been in this series. They've had it all their way. So that's all the more reason why a couple of wickets can put them in unknown territory.
Lovely wrist position, and the presentation of the seam, as we know from Kulaseka, is so good at that, and it swung late. He's so watchful as a batter. Watch this come down. Lovely seam.
You're talking about the seam. Look at the presentation of the full face of the bat.
Oh, absolutely. He was equal to it there. And again there. Just shows you what 100 can do just a few days ago in Dubai. Sweet timing from Shazad.
It's all about timing for this man. And he likes this shot. He's got a good base. And ease through it. It's a really simple technique that he does use. It's not about getting in line. Nowadays, with T20 cricket being the focus, batsmen tend to work on getting a good base and then using your hands.
He was on the move there, Russell, wasn't he? Often does that, doesn't he? Just a little jump or a shuffle and then holds it.
That's why he didn't get 4.
But certainly that last boundary, it's a bit of a trademark. Here's the last one. Look, skip and a jump, and he held the position a good foot or so outside the popping crease.
Yeah, we see lots of batsmen try that against Kulaseka, just to put him off that length and also take that in-dipper out of the equation. It'll be so tough for Sri Lanka to pick themselves up because Pakistani batting has been so good and they have let themselves down with the bat today. That will be a massive burden to carry. A little bit of luck early can help them forget that and try and keep pushing the Pakistanis or keep asking questions. Well, no question asked there. That will be the third boundary of the over, and all sweetly timed. Ahmed Shazad is on his way. At the end of 3, Pakistan are 17 for no loss.
Here comes the gunslinger. Back end of a length and punch through cover. Oh, stand and delivery. He doesn't bother to run. Shajil knew it was 4 as soon as it left the blade.
Brilliant shot from Shajil. Impressed in the first ODI, but the second and third he was worked out. Take that for timing. Again, it's all about the base. Sangakkara straight away telling him, you started round the wicket to Shajil in the third ODI. Go back there.
And he has. Here he is. There he goes. Shajil, that is. Just check the stroke. You just feel too, Russell. Inside the first 10, both sides being a little bit conservative. I know Dilshan tried to, and Kulsha Pereira wanted to get underway. In fact, after 3 overs with Well, they were 22. They were cruising, and then all of a sudden lose 2 wickets back to back, and then it changes. These guys have got off to a little semi-flyer here. Can they continue? Do they wish to? Oh, you better believe it. They want to get this game done and dusted in a hurry. Flashing through cover, and it's another boundary. It's the 5th ball already.
They were watchful in the first 2 overs, but now they're opening their arm. Now Sharjeel going aerial this time. It's a safe shot, but until then it was all about timing. And there's not a lot that's been wrong with the deliveries either. It's just been good shots. The confidence builds. And that puts you in a position to attack the bowlers.
Here comes Luckmal. He's replaced Kulaseka and doesn't start well. He's bowled 2 straight with his first one. And this looks like 3. No. 2 will suffice. Sharjeel didn't want it.
Well, that's how it's been till now. Sharjeel taking care of one side and Ahmed Shahzad the other. There you have a look. Well rugged up. Sri Lankan bodies generally work a lot better in the heat.
Yes, get the blood pumping through the body with warmer climes. A lot of the families are here too, aren't they? Both sides. Saw some of the wives getting into the ground. Sri Lankan wives. And made sure they bought plenty of extra clothing for this evening.
So they're going to have to try harder to stay warm and stay in the game. That's why another 40-50 runs would have been very welcome. The hero today, the debutant, did excite lots of people with his stroke play.
Not a lot to Ranjan, is there? He's a little fella, but my word, he packs a punch. Had some great strokes. Late dabs and cheeky little shots. A little uppercut a couple of times. Luckmal, he wants to come around the wicket to the left-handed Sharjeel. Tries the Yorker. Low full toss. No run. Yeah, it does. The temperature drops dramatically this time of the year, of course. December, January, February, winter months in the UAE. You see, well, they're saying the current temperature. I think we're playing tricks with you. I don't think it's 21 at all.
2.1 then, you reckon?
Yeah, more like that. Down on the South Island where the snow is coming on the Alps of New Zealand. And the wicket can't be given there. That angle and was heading down. Get a leg by, so another run.
But this is the time you do want to go to the South Island, isn't it? Queenstown. Remember playing there around New Year's time? Best time of the year. And it's beautiful down there. The snow on the mountains. In your view, not bouncing as much, but that's tough to get.
Yeah, always sliding down, wasn't it? Angle from a right-hander to the left-hander and wide on the crease, sliding down. Here he goes, back over now. Pushes up. Nicely played. And smart cricket. Keep it simple. Just a little rotation of the strike, but 5 from 5. Desperately need a wicket or 2 here. Do the tourists.
Maybe 3 or 4.
You're greedy now, aren't you? Christmas presents, you reckon? A few of them from Pakistan. He's got an inside edge, you could hear it. You heard it at home as well. Big inside edge. Illingworth, no signal. I think so. 31 for none. Captain's on now. Angela Matthews. Gone! There you go. There's the Christmas present Russell Arnold was hoping for. Sharjeel, the danger strike is gone for unlucky 13.
Something to smile about for Sri Lankan fans. Not yet for the players because they know still a long way to go. That was lazy from Sarjil though. No feet. Just a tentative dab because Angelo Matthews is much slower. He's just played the wrong line. There's no real swing, but a good length from Matthews. And credit to him, he's bowled stump to stump. Sharjeel gone for 13, Pakistan 1 for 31.
Here comes the Professor, hungry for more runs. 100 at Sharjah in games 1 and 3. So this guy's a nick. Averages, now it's a little down. It's certainly crept up a little bit in this series, but it is down. And his highest score, that's right, his last innings. 140 the other night against Sri Lanka and Sharjah. He's out in the middle now.
And he's playing his 140th game. Now what's most impressed me about Mohammad Hafiz is the way he went about getting those runs. Matthews, the skipper, getting his boys the breakthrough. Now Sri Lanka need to see the back of these two players. They've held the Pakistan innings together.
He's on the move, he's looking solid, and the feet, well, you'd know better than most, Russell. In the batting perspective, 200s in the 3 games so far, and the feet are moving. Unlike Sharjeel, the feet don't go here, but the off stump does. It's got legs on, it disappears.
Very lazy from Sharjeel.
Oh, the old French cut. When you're running hot, you're running hot. And Hafiz is underway, not quite where he wanted it to go.
Yeah, you feel better. You feel confident. And more things you do end up working for you, but it can also work against you if you're not careful. Overconfidence can be a problem, Danny.
There's a bumper, and it didn't really come off. Oh, and Hafiz, if you please. Sweet as.
Superb from Hafiz. Controlled it really well. Look at him swivel. But Lakmal, I like the idea of trying to bowl a short one, but you need to get it slightly higher.
Got to be around the badge. Temple height, grill height. Oh, let's have back to back from the Professor, please.
They're dealing in boundaries, the Pakistan batsmen. Now this wasn't all that short. But Lakmal is now struggling with his length. Quickly onto it, Hafiz. Just helping it's on its way off the front foot. That's how well he's seeing that ball. Seeing them early, he's reading it off the bowler's arm.
9 from 4 deliveries. Nice, really nice. Good thinking. And, give some credit to the bowler. The batter had to watch and leave it in that corridor.
A lot more there, just as Umar Gul did early in his spell. It will create opportunities. Now for Sri Lanka, it's important that they see the back of these two batsmen early, because they've held the innings together. And yes, the other batsmen have contributed, but on the back of the foundation set by these two. They've taken it in turns. 4 more. Again, 3 4s in the over, and with so much ease. Pakistan, already the run rate up to about 7. It's 48 for 1.
Oh, what a good shot that is. On a pitch like this, you've got to maintain high quality of accuracy, and so that was just a little bit shorter from Kulusekara. It was the attempted slower ball, and batsman had plenty of time really to play this one.
Well, look, Kulusekara has been #1 bowler in the world for a while. He's been the top ranker for a good time. It's just that when you don't have anybody else bowling well from the other end, it becomes very, very difficult. You always need 2 or 3 people to attack once. If someone bowls a good over, you have to follow it up with the second over. What's been happening with Sri Lanka at the moment is one bowled a good over and the next one gives away 2 or 3 boundaries. Fair enough, both these batsmen are in a good nick, but you need to bowl control length, which I think is missing. The pitch, no doubt, very good pitch to bat on. Margin of error is very, very small. But yeah, international level, you have to really adjust and adjust quickly.
Wow, that's delightful. No need to run for that one. Kulusekara is looking for that angle from that off-stump channel, and well, he is being penalised. The length wasn't great. Yeah, I think there's Senanayake just letting the bowler know that he's got to push himself to bowl a little up.
Well, when you're in a good nick, you can afford to play like this. This wasn't really a bad ball. MS Shahzad rocking back, although the weight was on the front foot, just leaned back a little bit and punched it through the point region.
That's cut away for at least a single. Once again, very keen to muscle the ball off his back foot.
The problem with Sri Lanka is they don't have many runs to play with, so they need wickets. Fair enough, fielding's got to really be on the money.
That's a pull shot from Hafiz. He's found the gap, and I think he's got enough power behind that pull shot. They'll get a boundary. He's looking good. 62 for 1. Starts out with a short one that's carved away through the offside. Big chase for the man at deep point. Will it get to the ball? He dives, does well. And Hafiz eventually, finally makes it for the third run.
Sri Lanka is struggling to find out how they're going to use Lasith Malinga. Very well fielded there. They've been using him up the order, giving him a couple of early overs. He's not picking up wickets, and then they just keep bringing him for 2 overs here and there. And the last power play, they use him for a couple there. I think that has been the problem, because there is no one else to sort of bank on, so they're confused when to use him and where to use him and how is he going to bowl, because in the last 3 ODIs he's been bowling either full or a slower one, and the speed is well below his normal pace. He's under 130 or just above 130. These yellow deliveries are from 130 to 140. There's a lot of deliveries which are a lot fuller. That's from the 40th to the 50th over. Another slow delivery. So if he doesn't pick up a wicket, there's a problem for the Sri Lankans. Kulusekara looked very ordinary. Even Lucknow looked pretty easy to bat against.
A couple of years back he was good, bowling in high 140s in between overs number 40 and 50, so putting in that big effort. He's a lion-hearted cricketer. He plays for the side. He's a good team player. That's put up in the air. That's gone for 6. That's gone. 6 over square leg. What a good shot from Hafiz. He plays that pull shot really well. He's got few options. He can play it along the ground. But on this instance, on this occasion, he went in the air and that ball past the rope quite magnificently. Back and across. Good use of the wrist, and Lucknow was the fielder, couldn't control it. went outside the ropes and couldn't throw the ball back into because the damage was done.
It's about trusting the surface, and Mohammad Hafiz has been pulling really well on this surface. I guess this pitch is offering a little bit more bounce and a true bounce.
Another bouncer and another pull shot. This is glorious batting by Hafiz. He's showing his class, and well, he's played quite a few magnificent shots. Pull shot over square leg for 6, and then this punishing pull shot. This time showing his range. It went along the ground. Beautifully managed. Just the right line and area, Vakar, where he could just get inside the line of that one and pulling it magnificently.
Yes, a great contrast between the two shots. First one was deliberately played over the top. End the over with a slower one. 13 gone. It's 78 for 1.
14 runs, and so at times it pays if you rest such a bowler also, because what I see of Malinga is that obviously he's struggling with his form and maybe fitness, because he's not that sharp anymore. I think it's this mental aspect to it also. I feel when you feel that you cannot engage into something substantial, or you're not the same bowler anymore, or when there is self-doubt creeping into your system, then maybe you need to ease him out of the game, maybe for a game or two, and just freshen his mind, and then he can make a comeback. You know, even the greats go through such phases, and Malinga is only human. He has served Sri Lanka so well over the years that maybe he's just tired. He's just not quick enough to bowl this length. This was the pull that Vakar was talking about that went for 6. It was deliberately done by Hafiz. And then the next one went all along the ground into the fence for a 4. 50 partnership between Shahzad and Hafiz, and counting.
I totally agree with you. And to a man of Hafiz's form, the kind of form he's carrying in this series, it's very hard to bowl. A couple of hundreds already got in his account, and looking really good. That's the first one. Played it up in the air. He meant business. He meant 6. This time around, a little straighter and rolled the wrist. Edge. Might go for 4. Everything Mohammad Hafiz is doing is going right.
Yes, even when you're not in control, but because you're playing so well that it is termed as if it was all deliberate from Hafiz. Yeah, I think he wanted to go along the ground. The idea was to play the cut shot, but he was cramped for space, but in the end managed the boundary. So who can crib? He would take it. What's been striking about Hafiz is his ability to middle so many balls. You know, those pull shots that he played, 1 for 6, the other one that went to the boundary came smack out of the middle of the bat.
It's a cruel game, cricket. It is just a couple of months ago when Dale Steyn was bowling at him, and he was struggling to find his feet, struggling to find his form. Different ball game this time around.
Come on.
That's another glorious shot, making room and putting it away through the offside. He is looking great. That's his 8th boundary, include a 6. His strike rate 157. Wow, what a knock he's playing. 91 for 1. Malinga will try his luck again. Pulls a slow delivery, Yorker on the pads. Flick earns Shahzad a single. And to take up commentary, Akil Sama with that man again, Danny Morrison.
Thank you, Rambo. It's turning out to be a very, very good Christmas day and evening for Pakistan. Last ball, last over. Too short and too much room allows Hafiz to get into the 40s and blossoming beautifully with Shahzad. This partnership, 61 from 54, and getting better all the time. Akil, you're looking well after dinner.
But yes, Mohammad Hafiz is the man in sublime touch, and that is so much positive for Pakistan. Things have turned around so rapidly. Waqar was mentioning the series against South Africa when scaremongering emerged on Pakistan batting, and they were beaten by 4-1. Now Pakistan are on the verge of getting an unassailable lead against Sri Lanka, and that is going to be a hammer blow for a team which has played brilliantly in their own backyard against New Zealand.
Attempted slower Yorker. You can tell Malinga is in good form, and he gets those right. They often drop for him beautifully. And batsmen do well to dig them out and survive, let alone get runs. I can tell you with Malinga, he's up against two batsmen that are in form, and he isn't. He's missed his mark there. The last 10 one-day international matches for the gunslinger, Latith Malinga. He's got 8 wickets. He's averaging 53.12. He's striking poorly for him at 49, and his economy is 6.5 in the last 10 ODIs. He's suffering. He wanted that. Hafiz wanted it. He was sent back by Shahzad. Now they're both having a little match out there, the batsmen, saying why and why not. But this fellow on screen, he's battling. I think Ramiz and Waqar got it right. He's struggling with a bit of fitness. He's certainly struggling with confidence. And he's bowled a lot fuller consistently than he normally does. He usually has a wonderful array of tricks that he calls on. But because he's lacking confidence and out of form, he's missing his mark.
And he certainly got some rest. Shaminda Renga is going to join the team for the test squad. Lasith Malinga lost his form quite a bit. Remember, he left playing the test matches after 2013 World Cup. And since then, he did well, but now in 2013 he has gone down as far as the wicket-taking ability and the average is concerned.
Yeah, that tells a story, doesn't it? Dropping away in the last 3 years. Big side-ish, but no damage done. 15 bowled, 96 for 1. "30 years of age" is Latith Malinga. And, those knees cause so much concern. So no more Test cricket since the World Cup year, almost 3 years ago. Last 5 overs have disappeared for 39. There's another outside edge. Just a single, but yes, run rate is going rather swimmingly. And Malinga has bowled 4 overs for 28. He's gone for 7s. It's been a real theme for him in recent times. Senanayake, well, his first one went for 13. Need 3 quick wickets. Knock over these two and get rid of the captain as well to get back in the contest.
Yes, otherwise Pakistan are having a carnage run rate, having a cruise control of the game, being led by Mohammad Hafiz fittingly. He's got back-to-back centuries, but a turnaround of fortune for him. And that is quite meaningful for Pakistan because a busy season is coming ahead, including the World T20, in which he's going to lead the team. And if a man who is going to lead a playing 11 and he has got form under his back, and that could be a productive thing.
Bowling.
2 runs off the over, 16 gone. Pakistan 98 for 1.
Here's Lassie. He's up against Hafiz, who's looking for a single to go past another little milestone, another half century, to go with these 2 centuries at Sharjah. The average is somewhat bloated. And, wicket again, you take that. Probably a little bit more visibility, but certainly that economy. So a bit on the high side, but then again you bowl at the death, and that's what can happen. Best of 5 for 34. That's better. That's that fuller, slower one that he usually delivers on cue when he wants to, on the money all the time. He's been missing it here tonight.
And that made him such a difficult proposition in the bomb in the previous days, when he can give a hammer blow to the other teams with all those tricksy collection of balls. More of them were Yorkers.
Half century to Hafiz. Well played, Professor. Wonderful touch. Look at that, yeah, get the stick up. Families are up there celebrating, they're chanting, the drums are going. It is all Pakistan in game 4.
He's in the form of his life, Mohammad Hafiz. A brilliant strike rate. 8 4s and 1 6. Wind blew kindly for him ever since he has re-arrived in United Arab Emirates. Since he led the team against Afghanistan and Sri Lanka in the T20s. Ahmed Shahzad has got the short one and played into the gap. 100 up for Pakistan in style.
Ahmed Shahzad says, don't forget about me. I can play too. He's rocked onto the front foot and smoked it off the front foot. Got all of it. Kept it down. It was in control. He had to fetch it from way outside off. Made it look easy. Raced to the fence for 4 more. His 5th boundary. 103 for 1 in the 17. Looking for more. And he goes into the 40s now to Shahzad.
These batsmen have incapacitated the Sri Lankan bowlers to an extent that they were not able to bring another wicket after Shajil Khan. Early strikes are key. And that is what Sri Lanka have been missing in the previous game as well. Shajil Khan, they got early. The Mohammad Hafiz, once again, 3 times in a row, crossed 50. Got 2 centuries back to back. Thumbs up. Six runs off the over, 17 gone. Pakistan 122 runs away from an unassailable lead against Sri Lanka.
Here comes the Professor again, and there goes the ball again over the rope for his 2nd maximum. Hafiz, oh, he's loving it here in the UAE, late in 2013.
Another outlandish shot there by Mohammad Hafiz. He's got cavalier confidence. Man was placed there, and he has beaten him by some distance. A brilliant effort in the end, Danny.
Bit of flight. Dancing shoes on from Hafiz. Didn't get all of it, but he got enough of it. He's about to bring up another milestone. Almost 4,000 one-day international runs. One away is Mohammad Hafiz.
Bowling.
Have to wait a little longer. 6 off the over so far, 1 to go. Having a ball is Hafiz.
Bowling.
No, he's sent back. You'll have to wait. Shazad knew it was the last ball. 115 for 1. 84 from 89 for these two Pakistani batsmen. Shazad and Hafiz. Quite the show between these two. Lakmal. He's trying his luck coming round. He's persisting in this. He did it in the last over. He beat the bat once of Shazad. Just having a little word with Richard Illingworth, who's given him, yeah, you're looking okay there. And you follow through, that is, from around the wicket. There's that average. It's crept up a bit. Couldn't believe it was, I think it was under 29 before the start of the series. For a guy that's opened the batting and batted 3, it was a very poor average. In the air and gone. He's going to miss his half century. And the strategy has worked for Lakmal coming around the wicket.
A glimmer of hope for Sri Lanka. Ahmed Shahzad, as if he was not aware of that fielder being placed just for that shot. Trying to go for that cut, but in the end played an uppercut straight to a fielder. Sinanaike making no mistake. Srunga Lakmal finally getting that breakthrough, much needed for Sri Lanka. Ahmed Shahzad departs after 44, 115 for 2 Pakistan.
So Maqsood is out in the middle at number 4. Just starting. Useful numbers, but it's early days. Can he improve? That average tonight. Staying round the wicket is Lakmal. Worked out nicely with Shahzad. Trying to play a cheeky little uppercut. Just a little bit of a flick cut shot. Put the slip in. In the end, it was just slip catching practice for Sinanaike. Very disappointed. All a bit lazy and all a bit soft, really. Knows he could have played that so much better. Gone with a big uppercut or a normal orthodox cut shot. Got a little too cute. Maqsood is off the mark, which will bring that man, Mohammad Hafiz, 1 away from 4,000 ODI runs. Most runs against Sri Lanka in an ODI series is now the professor, Mohammad Hafiz. 351 and counting. Dhoni, MS Dhoni, captain of All India, 346 back in 2005. And de Villiers, AB de Villiers, he got 329 in a series against Lanka last year. Very good indeed. Look at that average. That's quite useful, isn't it? Just quietly. Inside edge to bring up 4,000 runs for Mohammad Hafiz. Well played, sir.
After that player of Sharjah and Dubai, he's certainly enjoying himself. His average is getting improved. 2 centuries already in this series. The best score also against Sri Lanka in the previous match, so he's got a way to go. It's a bit chilly. Doctor blows across this ground from right to left. Nonetheless, Sohaib Maqsood has got the chance to finish the innings. Sri Lankans on the flip side of it has got a flicker of hope. The need to bank upon it. 2 runs of the over and a wicket of it. 117 for 2 Pakistan.
has been the edge over the other players when you consider people dropping or picking for your team. Mohammad Hafiz always got the edge over other openers because he can bowl, and he's been #1 bowler in the world. So he's a complete all-rounder, complete package, and he can field.
#1 bowler in the world, but he's the 6th bowler in this lineup. That's what makes Pakistan attack ever so dangerous and so good. Malinga's just getting a hint of movement back into the right-hander. But it's his pace that's concerning, isn't it? Just pulls around that 130 mark. That's not helping him use his variations. That's Hafiz's record. 112 wickets. It's a decent average too. Just the 3 runs off the over. Pakistan won 20 for 2. Two's the call. He wants the strike. And he'll get it, Mohammad Hafiz. Well, let's turn our attention away from Hafiz. Shoaib Maqsood, powerful player. He's looked good. But we've all been disappointed the way he's been getting himself out throughout this series. How important is this knock for him? Should he be not out at the end of the day?
He played really well in the first knock. He scored 73 of 68 deliveries. And every time Pakistan struggled in the beginning, losing early wickets even against the South Africans, he was the man going out and getting runs. He got 60 odd in the first game against the South Africans when Pakistan lost early wickets. So there is no doubt that he is a talent, but of course he is still learning. The other day he got out for 20. There was no reason. He hit 2 sixes, and after that, same over, he got caught at deep mid-on. I think that's where he needs to learn. And you're right, not out from here, getting maybe 50 odd 60 runs will help him a lot to grow his confidence going into the Test series.
Yeah, his dismissals in the previous ODIs, soft dismissals. And against a run-off play when he was dominating. Good catch, but gave the fielder an opportunity. This was the chip you were talking about. Just hit a couple of sixes. Then down the throat of long on. Bit of a mixture of a couple of ex-Pakistani players. Maqsood resembles Wahab Riaz in his batting style, a bit like Inzi at the crease.
Comes from the same region. He's from Multan. Modelled himself to Inzamam ul Haq. Same kind of look. If Inzi is listening, I apologize. A lazy kind of a look.
Well, we're not talking about the class. We're just talking of this resemblance at the crease.
Look, he's very talented. Of course, resemblance is a bit like Wahab Riaz. Talent-wise, no doubt, he's got potential to become a top-quality batsman. Lots of promise. He needs to make it big. He needs an inning of a big 100. especially when you're batting at number 4. You come in 2 down. It's a responsible kind of a number. You need to sort of bat through the innings. He hasn't got the opportunity yet. Or maybe he has. He hasn't really fulfilled. We'll talk further about it. 23 gone, 127 for 2.
It's hard, but there's a fielder in the deep.
Well, Mahela has also been missed. That's what I think. Because in the middle order, Chandimal didn't really score the way Sri Lanka wanted him to. So I think Mahela's experience is being missed. Would have made a big difference if he would have been here.
Yes, of course, in this series, but Sri Lanka have gained positives. There's no panic here. They've seen a lot of new talent. And it gives you an idea of what these players need to work on. Good running. Good running. He wanted 2 all the time, Mohammad Hafiz. Again, not hitting it too hard. But this is the type of game that the Sri Lankans normally play. Knowing where your fielders are. Not hitting it hard, because if it goes hard to the fielder, you'll end up with only 1. So make the fielder work. That'll be 4.
Not enough pace behind that delivery to trouble Mohammad Hafiz. Actually, enough pace for Mohammad Hafiz to work it away through that backward point for a boundary. Plenty of time there for Hafiz to put it away. More problem for Sri Lanka. 81 more required. Nice.
Scoring areas for Hafiz. He favours the onside. Mid-wicket and through mid-on. And if you do look at it in the V, as they say, 47% down the ground. Well, he used to have the habit of getting his front foot across, so he's rectified that, and that's allowing him to use the V a lot more.
Well, the ball hasn't really swung in this series. That's why he got away with it. I still feel that he has gotten issues of falling over sometime, planting his front leg well before the time. Because in this series, they're not very brisk bowler. You don't really find someone who bowls 145, 150 Ks. In the last series, it was Dale Steyn who was bowling 145 every single delivery, or more than that. And he was swinging it away from the right-hander. All he was doing it, landing at the off stump and going away. And it has caused a problem for Mohammad Hafiz. But in this series, he's been very comfortable facing that slow medium. 28 gone. It's 146 for 2.
Comes Raja and Danny Morrison in the commentary box.
Thanks, Russell. Well, this is another impressive innings from Hafiz. He's not looked back ever since getting that 100 at Sharjah. His shot selection has improved. He's middled the ball beautifully in the last game. And in this one, look at the strike rate, over 100. It's the authority with which he's seen off the Sri Lankan threat that is so commendable and so good to see. Danny, you want such a reaction from a guy who's been under the pump, under the cosh for a long time, and while you may still find faults with his technique and still find faults with the hundreds that he has scored, because they've come against sort of lesser teams in world cricket. He's got hundreds against Zimbabwe, but the fact is that he's in form and he's making good use of the form, and he can do as much as what he has done, because he's been asked to do a job on placid tracks, fine, but he's just carried on with the good work and approaching 300 in the last 4 one-day matches. Now that is really something superb and worth the mention.
Well, it says volumes for him as a character and as a battler. We know he's struggled. He's had his critics. He's mentioned that at recent presentations. Come back to that. It's 149 for 2.
Thanage is coming on to bowl, just 22 years of age. Showed a bit of skills with his batting. He's a leggy and is cut away for a run, at least, if not more. Lasith Malinga dives, it's 4. Just been a little slow in the field, Lasith Malinga, in this series. 150 comes up for Pakistan. Hafiz will cash in on such stuff. This was kind of a hard half-tracker. Must have lit up his eyes the moment he saw that length. Malinga with a dive and took extra bit of time getting there. Sliding, not been able to stop the ball.
For Thanage, well, on debut in this format.
Bowling.
It's a nice fuller one. Yeah, and also dear old Lasith, just showing his age there. I mean, he's only 30, but he seems to have been around a long, long time. We all know about him not playing Test cricket anymore. Now, this young man, he's got an opportunity and a half. Well, not bowling there, he hasn't. So only a little bit of damage, but a great opportunity. You come in, you're sight unseen. It's your debut game, and you've got 2 right-handers to have a crack at.
Ball.
So far, what little we've seen of the leggy, it shouldn't tax Hafiz or Soeb Maqsood. Maqsood has been very quiet in this innings, 9 from 22. He's a basher. Maybe the last dismissal just getting onto him and getting in his mind and in his system. That's why well, that's gone over mid-on for 4. Another short pitch delivery. This time it's dealt over mid-on by Hafiz. Is now into the 90s on 92, and well, just the right kind of bowling for him to push for another 100.
He's in a hurry, Remy. He wants to catch a plane. He's not mucking around as Hafiz. So another boundary on this over. Too short, gets pumped. He's on 92 from 85. 11 fours and 2 sixes. Ends the 30th with a dot ball. 10 from it, 159 for 2 here.
The 7th over, Sananike, none for 29. Oh, that's well done by the bowler, in fact. He'll not go for any runs because that was deliberate padding and considered by the umpire as well. Clever piece of cricket from Sananike. Saw batsman coming down the track, and have a look at him. Firing it wide, aiming for a stumping down the leg side. Getting the ball to turn, but it has to start from that off-stump channel. I think that'll make him an attacking option, and that's an attacking line for an off-spinner. You get that ball to tweak from off to middle, and driving against the spin then becomes that much more difficult.
Also on the lines, Rambo, the difficulty when you've only posted 225, when you've won the toss and batted first, when you've got that ability. Spin the ball, bowling second on a surface, as Waka Yunus said, looks a little on the dry side here. And you've got someone like Senanayake in your arsenal, in your armoury, to actually spin the ball quite big. Bit of a shame, really, because just simply hasn't got enough runs to play with. And they're running away and leaking very quickly.
straighter one that is played with a straight bat. 160 for 2. Another impressive performance by Pakistan with the bat. This time in a run-chasing event, they've not looked out of shape. Sohaib surveying the field on the leg side is a big striker over towards that area. I like the way he pushes the ball off the back foot, very Inzi-like manner. Gets his body behind, that's where he gets the force. Just got to develop patience and know your strengths and weaknesses and try to operate within those parameters. I think as a young batsman, you actually do not know how much you have, what range do you possess, and how to control that range at times according to the situation. That's an area where he needs to learn quickly if he wants to bat successfully at that number 4 position. It's a big promotion for him to bat at number 4. Normally, best batsmen in the side are plotted at number 3 and 4. So he's got to find a happy medium where he can hit those big shots, also rotate the strike, read the situation well. It's a tough ask for a young guy, but he's got to learn it very quickly. Because he's got the basic ingredients as a batsman. He's got natural ability and talent. He can hit the ball hard. All he has to do is to channelize that energy into performance, into consistency. It's put away for a run. Keen to just rotate the strike, which is not a bad show because Pakistan not pushed for a time or for a run. 63 now from just 109 balls.
What I've seen from Maqsood, he's got the ability, as you say, Rambo. The first 4 batsmen, such a specialised roles. The 2 openers, of course, and then 3 and 4 in themselves are such specialist roles, such important roles for the side. To get big runs, massive runs. There's your bulkier runs from your top 4. And the icing's 5, 6 and 7, really. Ends the 32nd. It's 164 for 2.
Sananaike. 3 overs from finishing a stint of 10. See, that's the other thing that happens when the opposition is in a strong position, because then you can see off a threat like Sananaike by playing him down, by playing him away nicely, not taking any risks. And even though he's spinning the ball, but in a situation like this, Pakistan quite happy to sit in against him. A wicket or 2 because runs are leaking from the other end. No pressure from other Sri Lankan bowlers, including Lasith Malinga.
Well, just to elongate the point you made, Rambo, your best players, I think of Tendulkar, who's recently retired, of course, one of the greats of all time at 4. Javed Miandad batting at 4. Such a pivotal position. Has kept a little low, well watched, and he's in touch so he could cope with it. Good Hafiz. I think of Martin Crowe, for a long time for New Zealand at 4. The great Alan Border for Australia batting at 3 or 4, and then moved down the order. But those guys were such an influence.
Yeah, Dan, it's like you're wearing that jersey number 10 in football terms. Because normally your best player occupies that number 4 position, because it's a make or break situation for a number 4. He can either ruin it for you or he can take you through, because he's exposed to good number of overs, he's exposed to the potential of partnerships. He can play spin and pace as well as anyone in the team, probably better than anyone in the team. So that position has now been given to Sohaib Maqsood. So, got to emulate the great Javed Miandad, number 4. Difficult, but doable. 167 for 2.
Well, the professor, he's got to be patient here. It's 4 away from what should be his 3rd one-day 100 in the series. Now, is this off the pad? Or has he got a little tickle on this to get closer? Has he or not? Wait for it. Wait for it. Yes, he has. There's the 100. Come off the lid. Raise the bat. Take a bow from the crowd. Let's get down and kiss the dirt. Wives are happy. Congratulations all round. Muhammad Hafiz, he emulates Zahir Abbas. 3 one-day 100s in a series.
It's a big achievement, and it should be pretty proud of what he's achieved. Blowing kiss, I think, to the family. But he's been so consistent and so good, and I think what is likable about Hafiz is that he's not made hue and cry about the kind of criticism that he's taken. He's just carried on with his good work. At times it becomes difficult to deflect such criticism, but he's absorbed the criticism in a very constructive way, and he's now constructed 300s, the most by a Pakistani in a bilateral series. Let the bat do the talking, as they say. Well, his bat has certainly talked.
And the strike rate to boot, Remy's. He's striking at just over 100. And he gives the fist a little pump. He knows. Just wondered if that had come off the pad. Had to wait for umpire Raza just to confirm that. But, beautifully played and very measured, but throwing in some brilliance as well. Seeing some hook shots and some beautiful drives on the up. He has played another wonderful hand.
Just a flick round the corner gave him his 100. Shot on the pads, just a faint tickle. Dinky shot. And taking his helmet off. Really a glorious moment. That's hit hard now. That is class for you. Not coming out of his crease, just staying where he was, showing his power. Shoaib Maqsood, and obviously his talent. What a shot. 180 for 2. That's beautifully timed off the back foot. Maqsood, when he hits, well, boy, he looks pretty special.
Yes, that's good. Maqsood just standing tall, punches it. Simple as you like, minimal movement. And the right arm angle against the right-handed batsman. And pumps it through the offside. No, they're loving it in the stands.
Again, ferocious power behind that drive, even though it was Yorker length, but that was beautifully timed. Times them really well. Shoaib Maqsood. He's tall, he's strongly built, and well, he's got great future ahead of him, provided he becomes just a little bit more consistent. No is the call after 35 overs. 185 for 2, Pakistan, and cruising. .185 for 2, and more action just about to begin, because Pakistan, well, they're forced to take a batting power play. They have taken a batting power play. 20 boundaries and 3 sixes in this innings. 185 for 2. We'll have change of voices. Waqar Yunus with Russell Arnold.
Thank you, Ramiz. Sachitra Senanayaka, 8 overs for 33 runs, but it's that wickets column that's letting him and his team down. Fielders in the deep, deep square leg, deep mid wicket and long on. In the power plays, or the batting power play, only 3 fielders are allowed outside the circle.
I'm looking for a twist, Russell. I haven't really seen a twist so far since Pakistani batsmen have just started batting. Things are very, very easy out there. Maqsood on that occasion, a lot fuller from Senanayake, and clubbed it away for 4.
Still no twist for you, but what a good shot. There's hardly a gap on the offside. There are 4 fielders, and the angles that they are fielding at
Bowling.
are pretty tight. Hafiz calls him through, and why not? He's batting so well. He's enjoying himself. Get as many runs as possible. The wobbler. There was no wobbling off Maqsood's bat.
Hafid wants to make sure that when he goes out, he goes not out. Last time around he scored 140 without losing his wicket, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to try to do that. Edged. Couple more there for Maqsood.
Yep, that makes him 245 not out. Risk free, they picked up 9 runs off 5 balls. And make that 10. Thanks to a misfield at the end of 36, 195 for 2.
I was expecting Lakmal to go over the wicket once Ahmed Shahzad was out. Because fair enough, that technique going around the wicket worked with Ahmed Shahzad, but could have easily gone on to bowl from over the wicket and bowl to Maqsood and caused him a bit more problem. From around the wicket, he's not bringing anything to the team. He's not bringing any chance to the team to pick up a wicket unless Maqsood plays a wrong shot. He's not going to get out from this length of line. From over the wicket, I have a feeling that if he bowls off stump or just outside the off stump, he'll bring the caught behind into play, bring LBW if he bowls straighter. But around the wicket, I don't see him getting any success.
And without swing, to bowl at that angle, get the ball to pitch in line with the stumps and straighten. This is very tough. Nothing different from Mohammad Hafiz. He goes past 400 runs for the series.
But when he walks onto the field, score was 31, and he looked on song. He started stroking the ball all around the park, especially hooking the ball, pulling the ball. He was well in control of the cut shot, and to the spinners, he pondered over mid-on and got to his 100. Magnificent 100 once again by Mohammad Hafiz. 106 of 106 deliveries. Very comfortable, very easy out there. End of the over is 197 for 2.
$200 for 2, Pakistan.
He's played all around the park. Likes to play on the onside, Muhammad Hafiz, but today it was a different ball game. He was looking to pull the ball to begin with, especially against a newish ball. Very slow. There's a little bit of spin, but very, very slow.
He's into his last over, Senanayaka. That's his wagon wheel. 2 sixes. That pull off Malinga.
Oh!
That sailed over square leg was outstanding.
And he's in no rush. He wants to make sure that he's out there when the game finishes. That's the way to go about things. Another gentle push by Maqsood for another single. He moves on to 35. 38 overs gone, 2 or 3 for 2.
Malinga has work to do. Ever improving on that strike rate. And fluency is also improved. That's to do with confidence.
And this is today. I thought today's was a lot more classy, a lot more control, a lot more. He was on top of the bowlers. Controlled shots, played equally well against the spinners also. But a golden time for Muhammad Hafiz.
Down the ground, powerfully hit by Maqsood. I like this guy.
He hits it really hard. Sohaib Maqsood. Just a punch. But the direction was just spot on. Back to the bowler, over the umpire's head is the safest zone, safest place to hit.
Into the 40s. On the bounce, just short of the field, Chandimal. He wants to finish it in a hurry. 17 required. Now this is his wagon wheel. Throughout this series, plenty of sixes, and he's sprayed every part of the ground. .405 runs. On par with Mohammad Yusuf, who also made 405 in a series. 209 for 2.
I'm very disappointed by the Sri Lankan effort in this game. They came out very lazy, although winning the toss and electing to bat. I thought they've got a better chance of winning this game, but lost early wickets, and then they were just gone down and down, never sort of came up. And when they came to bowl, well, this was the last thing they needed. They had all the bad luck, and this one went through the legs of Kumara Sangakkara. This will go for 4 byes.
Well, when it goes wrong, everything goes wrong. I initially thought it didn't bounce, but it does. Gets a fair go at that. Just a little bit clumsy from Sangakkara. 100 runs between these two. It's taken them 115 balls.
Very sensible cricket by Maqsood. In no rush. He's learned the lesson from the last couple of games when he got his first 20 odd runs and then he was hitting in the air, giving away the wickets. This time around he's a lot more responsible. He's pushing and nudging, trying to finish the game.
Contributions from Mohammad Hafiz, 56 of 63, and Maqsood, 41 to him. It'll be interesting to see how Mohammad Hafiz plays it from here. Does he help his partner get to a 50? 9 required for Maqsood. Just the 10 runs remain. He's got that to the gap. Has he got enough? Yes, he does. He teases Lakmal right to the end. 40 gone, 220 for 2. Changing the bowling, it's the debutant. Shan Priyanjan batted really well. Don't want to touch on his batting and the turning point once again. But here's an interesting comparison. In the 4 games so far in the batting power play, Pakistan have scored 114 runs but lost only 1 wicket. And if I remember right, that's just a run out of Ahmad Shahzad in Sharjah. That's wide. That might run all the way. So that'll be 5 runs to the Pakistani score. The scores are level.
Well, Priyanjan batted really well, but start of the bowling is not very convincing. Down the leg side, wide, and that almost have taken the opportunity away from Maqsood to get to his 50. 1 required to win this, not only this match but the series 3-1. Only into the 4th game. Pakistan done really well in this game. Convincing win once again. And this man, Mohammad Hafiz. Brilliant.
The scoreboard had 226 up. That's why there's a slight delay, but it's back to 225 now. And Sri Lanka in that 5 over batting power play in the 4 games have scored 121. In fact, they've scored 7 runs more. But where they've fallen behind is they've lost 6 wickets. And especially today, the 2 they did lose came back to haunt them.
It's been a one-way affair. Pakistan winning this, almost winning this quite comfortably.
Straight to the fielder.
It's a long wait for that 1 single.
Still can't get it through. And how strange, Waqar. All this while he's been picking the gaps with so much ease. Playing it wherever he wished, and now all of a sudden he's finding the fielder. And he's trying to get it through. We saw him halfway down the pitch. It's not that he's playing it out for Shoaib Maqsood to have the strike in the next over. Again he wants the run. Shoaib Maqsood is rooted to the non-striker's end. It's 225 for 2. So he's after a 6, is he, Waqar?
I think that's why he was not running. He's looking for a big one. That's what he's going to aim for. Maybe not. He'll just nudge it away for 1. He waited all that entire over for this single. He remains on 46 not out. Families on their feet. Handshake all around. Pakistan winning this series with one match to spare and winning with a lot of comfort. There's still 8.5 overs to be bowled, and Pakistan comfortably winning this by 8 wickets.
And as usual throughout this series, this is what we've seen. Shahzad 44 and then that 100 from one of the top 3 or 4. That's something that any team looks for and builds big scores around. Maqsood too. Not disappointing this time, doing what was required. 46 not out.
Nothing works for the Sri Lankan bowlers. It's been all Pakistan. They're putting up partnerships. Shujeel and Shahzad picking up a partnership of 31 of 30. They started really well until Shujeel got bowled, and then comes Hafiz. Hafiz and Shahzad putting up 84 together, and then Hafiz with Maqsood with 111 runs partnership made Pakistan win this game with ease.
Just the 2 wickets for Lakmal and Matthews. But other than that, no wickets to Malinga, Kulasekara, all expensive. So Sri Lanka winning the toss. And I thought they did the right thing, batting first. But Priyanjan 74, outstanding. Sangakkara ran himself out at 51. The opportunity was there to get another 40 or 50 runs to put pressure on Pakistan, but they failed. Pakistan very good with the ball. Ajmal was on a hat-trick at one stage, and Umar Gul's 3 wickets right at the top helped put Sri Lanka down. And as we've used to seeing in this series, Mohammad Hafiz 113 not out, leading the way. Pakistan doing it easy. Contributions from Shahzad and Maqsood staying not out. Pakistan get home by 8 wickets.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.